He's paying us with that Novum money.
That's right. That would be, if it's Catholic music money, that is a whopping 0. So
Putting the no in Novum.
putting the no revenues ever from Spotify. Thank you.
Putting in the in will you sponsor us? Hello, everybody. Welcome to the BeatiDudes. We're so happy you're here with us on this bonus episode Friday. Every Friday's a bonus episode, so I'm not even sure what bonus means anymore. The BeatiDudes is just an incredible podcast. It's actually a way of life that embraces male spirituality as we are striving and struggling to live the life that God called us to be as male leaders in home and work and in the community. But as much as we take our faith seriously, we don't take ourselves too seriously.
Nope.
My name's Jeff Scheffelbein. I had Red Bull today.
If you couldn't tell.
But I am so grateful to be here with our co-hosts and BeatiDudes, Nick Besner.
I'm Nick Besner. Happy to be here.
Did you have a Red Bull?
I did.
Oh my goodness, this is going to be the greatest show ever. And co-host Paul Coker.
Yes, I did have a Red Bull.
Very intense. And then one of the coolest guests of all time who kind of in, not even in a hijacky way, but in like a I'm already one of you, Will Hickl, musician, father, Christian leader.
Tax expert.
Tax expert.
Wait, real quick. But you said not in a hijacky way.
Yeah, but because he's really good at doing the show. Like I think if any one of us passes out, the show goes on.
Yeah, he can manage.
I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, I want to bring. So you have a label, a music label called NOVUM Records, and you keep talking about releasing vinyl or a Christmas vinyl and different stuff like this. What I've never told you, and I don't even know if my bro hosts know this one. My first band in high school.
Can't wait.
Yep. So we were borderline a Weezer cover band, Blue Album, along with a little bit of our own stuff, but we were a smash hit in the T-shirts and paraphernalia.
I don't doubt it.
We were called Nothing Vinyl. And it was kind of like what does that even mean? But all I know is that everybody wore our T-shirts. And that's when I figured out I'm really good at galvanizing.
This is a movement.
And then it was like, should I use this for good or evil?
You chose wisely.
Hey, Will, thanks for being on the show. You jammed out, if anybody missed the Monday show, the song Voices, but you like took over the studio. You made us legit with all this musical equipment and keyboards and what do you call that mixer thingy?
That's just a drum machine.
Just a drum machine.
You know,
It's got 47,000
It's a
buttons
Machine
on
Micro
it.
MK3, you know.
Yeah.
there was so many colors on just the drum machine.
There was a slider thing that was only sensitive to like human touch.
That was wild.
That was,
Yeah.
that was programmed to the low pass filter. So
Of course.
That's what I was going to say.
Do you know, every once in a while, people of your caliber listen to the show and they'll say, hey, you really need to, and then they say words, and I'm like, bro.
We got good mics and cables that work.
We did the part we're capable of. You come do it.
y'all are doing great. This is good gear. As an audiophile, I approve.
Yay!
Yes.
All right.
Which extension of audio file? .mp3 or .wave?
Which file?
I mean, I prefer waves because they're the highest quality, but
No, I was just making a
but
pun.
Apple,
I got you.
I know,
Okay.
no, I know, but I'm gonna go further.
Truth.
Apple lossless is really good too.
Oh, there you go.
.novum.
That's right, the .nov file format.
It's a new one.
The new internet.
Nailed it.
Okay, well, we're going to play a little bonus edition of our game.
It's called Blessed Are the Joke Makers, for they shall inherit the points. Today, it's going to be 67.
I was going to say, if you do something really low, I'll probably win. If it was like 6 or 7, I would probably win finally. But 67 points. Paul, how does this one work for Mr. Will
That's
Trill?
right, ladies and gentlemen. This one, we each get a character card. And so
Hooray.
what's going to happen here is we've got to get Will to guess what character we're trying to be
Okay.
while answering the same prompt. So we all have the same prompt, but different characters.
Personas.
Now, different personas. Yeah, so just as a for instance, it wouldn't say something like President Reagan. It would say U.S. President. It's like a category of a character. All right, and so the prompt that we're all going to answer is there will be blank in eternity.
Bro, I cannot wait for eternity. It's going to be rager after rager after rager. Crush party, date party, frat party. Let's freaking go. We're going to be slapping and banging. It's going to be awesome. This thing is going to be off the chain.
Frat boy?
Yes.
The only ding I want to give you is you use the word frat. You said frat
you did
party.
say frat party.
It's okay.
I was just so into it.
Yeah, I know. I saw
blacked
you
out.
go
I
to-
didn't even know.
A frat boy blacking out is perfect.
Very on brand.
Yeah, I knew it was frat boy before he said the word frat. So.
All right, and the prompt is what we'll say, huh?
There will be blank in eternity.
There will be dog meat for dinner in eternity.
Like an evil villain? No.
Was it the Wicked Witch?
That was a bad witch.
Oh. Well, that's close.
Yeah, the villain. He was on the right track.
Yeah.
I think I burst a blood vessel in my eye.
Yeah. Are you okay?
Good try, Joe.
All right, here we go.
Well, I know that there will be Metamucil and Werther's Originals in eternity, sweet child.
Grandma?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
All right, my friend. Somebody won that. Who is it going to be out of the three of us for 67 points? What do you think, buddy? These are very tough times. I know.
I got to give it to Paul.
Paul's
Paul's
going to get a very
clean up.
special play here. Listen.
Nice.
What a Friday win. So
Well,
congratulations,
he's
to
gotten
Paul.
only all of the points today, except for the ones that we stole from him and gave to the guests. So
That's funny.
That's going to be the new move.
yeah.
All right, so I have a new thing for the Friday show. It's called
Amazing.
It's called the BeatiDude Affirmations. So as the guest, I get to affirm the hosts.
Wow, we should institute this
I
every
like
Friday.
This new segment.
We are going to give you the biggest Beata trophy ever.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. So we'll start with Paul. I've known Paul for a while. I love his creativity. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on this episode. But oh, this is perfect.
Yeah, there we go.
Paul.
Yes.
Oh, the music's good. No, Paul, I do love your love for the arts, for your creativity. Me and Jeff happened to sit next to each other at a 4-day weekend.
Oh,
Holy Spirit stance instead of happenstance.
yeah.
That's how this got scheduled, actually.
And no, I've really appreciated our friendship and look up to you as a creative and yeah, just
Wow.
really blessed by your gifts.
Thank you, sir. Wow.
Here.
Jeffrey, is that your
Sir,
name? Is your
it
name
is,
Jeffrey?
Yeah, but it's not Jeffrey. That's a weird one. Jeffrey.
Oh, did I say Jeffrey?
No, some people do that.
Oh, okay.
Seems odd.
He's just putting it out there.
Yeah, Jeff.
Toe the line.
Jeff, I love that you. Actually, the first time I saw you was you spoke at a YCP, and it was as inspirational as this music. And yeah, it was. You know what was really cool about you that stood out was just first of all the authenticity, but also like the fact that you're like, oh, I see a goal, I see a dream, and I'm just gonna like pursue it. And the thing that stuck out to me the most that I again appreciated because I mentioned earlier musicals was how you were like, I just went to New York and I was gonna be in a musical. So that stuck with me because I was like, I like musicals, but I also went to A&M and I'm Catholic and this guy's dynamic and I want to be dynamic, and and so anyways, I do appreciate your fervor for our faith, for being as real as possible, and I do love the mission of Undivided Life. And for those listening, I can attest he's a real one in terms of practicing what he preaches. Look out for pseudo cussing.
I don't pseudo cuss. I just write about it.
Right? No, that's yeah. So yeah, Jeff, thank you for being an authentic example for us younger men to look up to. As we yeah, and Nick, I don't know him as well yet, but I know that if Jeff chose you for Undivided Life, and that if Nick Balzer chose you as a roommate, you're a good one. So
you hear the music even came back right when you were saying that.
No, I mean, but I can affirm for Nick, you too embody a lot of great authenticity, and you're good at eye contact, you're good at intentionality.
Mm-hmm.
So the little that I have known him, I've felt very welcome. and I've loved your own witness of like, hey, I've got these gifts in leadership and finance, etc., and I'm gonna pursue this thing with Jeff. But also, yeah, just being a good Catholic man. I can affirm that because I do witness that in you. And I can't wait to get to know you more so I can give you a more specific affirmation.
Will, do you know what jumps out? First of all, thank you from all of us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Seriously.
In the strangest way, and I'm not saying this to try to pull some thread through, your affirmations of each of us as individuals is a connection all the way back to who I think you really are. You are an artist. You are a performer. You know how to shed the spotlight on others, as Paul does in his ensemble work with improv. You know when it's time to step up and take the lead on something, as you've done on our show. You know how to have dreams and to pursue them, to do it with authenticity, to be intentional, to surround yourself with good people. So when I think about all of what you just said about the three of us, I think, Will, you're the Beata child.
I'll take it. Thank you. No, I appreciate that.
We have given birth to you.
Duderman's the second man, but Hickle's the fourth man.
That's it.
That's funny.
Gig 'em.
Man, that's really powerful. I have a question for you.
Sure.
Do you find yourself as an affirming person in your life with wife, friends, family? Like, are you a guy who likes to affirm?
Yeah, I do, because I think I respond well to it, but I also just think like there's something important in empowering people, you know?
Yep.
And, you know, I haven't read the book fully yet, but I'm excited to read the book Hero Maker, because I think that's what I'm striving to be, especially within the label. And, you know, you think about artists, and you know this. I mean, you all kind of know this on some level, because there is a level of artisticness in, you know, your writing, whatever you do. Spreadsheets. No, but see, I'm a nerd too. There is an art to spreadsheets.
So I watch it, and I tell people, watch this. The master has arrived.
No, I mean, just a quick nerd out is like ChatGPT. I've been able to do so many cool macros in Excel that I've never been able to do before, because ChatGPT, with all like the royalty reporting that I do, it's made my life a dream.
Yeah, for sure.
Everything. So anyways, so an artist. So you guys all know there is like there's just a lot of insecurity in creativity and in art. And so, you know, I do find, and I don't think about this as like I should do this because it's a feel good thing, or because, you know, it's on a list of 5 successful traits for whatever. But like, because I genuinely like, I do see a lot of potential and good in people. And I'm like, people just need to know that, especially in today's age. Like, people need to hear, hey, you are good, and you are, you know, you do have value. You do offer something. I mean, I know that's a lot of what your posts kind of embody too, is like good affirmation of like a good workplace, a good culture, of pouring into people as a manager so that they don't leave, you know. And so, yeah, I do. That is a huge part of, I guess, who I try to be, is to try to recognize, and when I do recognize, make sure that I let someone know, because it is important that their gifts be known to them, because how many of us don't recognize the gifts we have? You know, even someone listening is probably like, oh, I don't know if I have anything. It's like, you know, if I could look you in the eye right now, I'd say, yeah, you do. There is something good. There's plenty good.
And don't mistake that just because somebody's on stage or seems to have it all together, that they don't need affirmations just like everybody else.
Well, I was just going to, echo that exact sentiment, because like with improv stuff, especially when you're just doing things in the moment, you don't know if it's going to be the best. I mean, sometimes you do, sometimes you just feel it and you're in that moment and you know it's going to land, but that's not every time. It's not even most of the times. They're just like, you might be on fire some nights and things just hit every time. But then there's other times you make a choice and you're just like, I hope this is the, you know, at least decent, right? Or at least a good choice. And I've seen that with fellow performers, where they will put something out there and they might not even realize in the moment that, no, that was a phenomenal connection you just made. And so I'll make a point backstage to try to say, holy buckets, like, how did you connect those dots? And then they're blown away by the fact, like, well, thank you for noticing that. I mean, they get the laughs maybe from the audience, but then just to hear from a fellow performer that, like, no, you got that.
Affirmation from a peer, I think, it goes way further. So if you're listening and you have a peer in your field, like, try to affirm something in them this week, just because, it goes a long way. And
well, I got one for you. I don't know where this first popped up, but young kids, we were trying to make meaningful family dinners, right? And so we started a game called What I Love About You. And it would be one person's, everybody would look at Nick and I would say, Nick, what I love about you is this. Then Paul would, then you would. And we would all do that. And Nick at the end would say, thank you. And we just go around and do it to everybody. Well, it ends up leading to this really cool moment because whether somebody's a guest or, one of the grandparents or whoever, and they say, Amanda, one thing I like about you, and my kids will say, nope. What do you love about her?
Nice.
And that word is so phenomenal because when you say one thing I love about you, it ends up taking on a deeper meaning because you end up kind of peeling back or going deeper into it. And then all of a sudden the affirmations become something of a deeper substance.
Yeah.
It is really, really powerful. And we do it with not strangers. I don't know why they're in my house, but people that are pretty new to the Shufflebind tornado.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did not feel like that was the first time you've ever done that. So yeah, I see that.
I love it.
Do you know what Nick and I both do this? It's like I appreciate you. I appreciate the way that you showed up today because it's not all home runs. To your point about improv, a lot of what we do is either mundane, falls flat, doesn't work.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you. I appreciate the way in which you spoke. I appreciate the way that you messaged something, and I appreciate the way that we've built this show with our friends and with the support of people like you. So
yeah, as a listener, the show's great. So I can affirm you in that.
Thank
all
you.
of y'all. So I'd like to move on. No.
Go on.
Well, no, the one thing
Take us wherever you want. This
one
is
thing I
yours.
wanted to talk about is, so the song that I played on the last episode, you'll have to go listen, is, like I said, it's for that project called The Longing. And I want to do like an entire experience with that project. So not just like just making music necessarily, but drawing the listeners in further. And so I've actually enlisted this gentleman, Paul. So we're working on a script for a short film to go around the album and kind of tie in some of the music with some of the moments. And so it's been really cool working with him on that because script writing is brand new to me. And he came over to the house a few weeks back, and we spent like 2 or 3 hours just cutting away at a script. And man, for me, it was a really cool experience to learn from him, both sides of the technical, how do you do dialogue on the script app or when
the
you're
formatting
of the text, but then also how do you design and build a story? Because I had written a first draft of I kind of Googled how do you make a script, and then this is kind of the first run at it, and
it was solid. I mean, there was all the meat and potatoes stuff, all of that was there.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But he took it and just to your point of watching someone work, he was like, oh, we should consider blah blah blah, and I'm like, whoa, yeah.
Paul brings
cool.
the cumin, the bay leaves, and you're like, I never even thought about that.
Dude, exactly. The spices, man.
Paprika.
That's it.
Dude, I can't wait. You just pretty much guaranteed yourself a spot back at this table because of the work you're doing with Paul.
Oh, well, cool. I
Yeah,
mean,
we
I
need
was hoping
updates.
it would be more than just that, but no, but no, I'm excited for that, to finish the script and then get it filmed and then finish the album. So it's, yeah.
Incredible. Well, flip the script over if you ever wanted somebody else to look at it. I just like saying flip the script, but
That was clever.
thank you.
There you go.
My goodness, we are blessed to be around you. How do you want to take it out here, Will? And don't forget the closing line.
Oh, I'm blanking on it. Dadgummit.
Oh, the closing line is see in the Eucharist.
Be in the Eucharist.
Yeah. We'll probably cut that in.
All right.
Good whisper, guys. They didn't
You can
hear
even
us.
you can even breathe, and we'll
Yeah.
all say it with you.
Yeah.
But you can say some other stuff before that. That's profound.
Well, thank you to our sponsors, Sock Religious. Thank you for, man, I'm blanking on y'all sponsors, but
Don't worry.
there's the health insurance one, Solidarity maybe.
That's right. You're crushing it right now.
Yeah, this is incredible.
Thank you.
St. Thomas
Aquinas
Wealth
Advisors.
Yeah.
Thank you. And to our pseudo sponsor, sort of NOVUM Records. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah. He's paying us with that Novum money.
That's right. That would be, if it's Catholic music money, that is a whopping 0. So
Putting the no in Novum.
putting the no revenues ever from Spotify. Thank you.
Putting in
From-
the in will you sponsor us?
putting the where's all the money from Spotify. Anyways, no, thank y'all for having me. Thank you for listening. We couldn't do it without you.
That's right.
So No, I've really enjoyed this, y'all. So I really appreciate the time. Appreciate y'all's brotherhood with me, but also with each other. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to be generous. I'm going to let you guys take it away. Okay, I'm going to let y'all finish.
We all go to St. Anne, so we will actually see you at Mass. For the rest of you, we will
see you in the Eucharist.
Thanks for tuning in. If you'd like to join us at our undersized table, subscribe to the video version of the show on YouTube by typing @ that's the symbol @, so shift and 2 on your keyboard, @the_BeatiDudes on YouTube. We'll see you there.
This podcast is part of the Spoke Street Network. For more great podcasts, visit spokestreet.com.